for this moment, and now they get it. Round one underway. We expect a high work rate among these two fighters. Now, do you want to see that same work rate throughout the whole fight? Or is that your expectation?
I'd love to, because we'd be having a good time, and our fans, they're going to enjoy it.
Blocks the headshot. Manny Pacquiao blocks that punch. Cotto's showing that he's got some defense of his own. He got away from that punch. Wow, is he defensively sound. Halfway through this round. Able to dismiss his opponent's shot, and then comes back with an uppercut. And you see he turned defense into offense, comes back with the counterpunch.
And that's exactly what he brings to the game. He makes you miss, he makes you pay, and he makes you think twice about throwing a punch later on.
Last 10 seconds of this first round. Able to dismiss his opponent's shot, and then comes back with an uppercut. We come to the end of the round. A round that I'm having a tough time trying to think about who won. I can only imagine what the judges are thinking about. Teddy, if there's one thing you look for in a round like that and say, okay, I'm going to give it to this guy over this guy, what is it?
Well, the first thing is, if I'm a judge, I take a little notepad and I make a little mark down, blue or red corner, what he did early. Because sometimes a judge has a tendency to forget what was done early and only go with what went late.
Here we go. Round two is underway. Manny Pacquiao blocks that punch. That's great stuff. He fires one right back after taking one. Gotta love the work by Manny Pacquiao. Blocks the headshot. Throws a counterpunch there. Solid job. Double connects by Manny Pacquiao. Well, let's talk about the difference between Miguel Cotto, the version that we saw at 140 pounds, and the version that we saw in recent fights at 147 pounds. Because at 140 pounds, he actually started to have some troubles with his chin, and then seemed a little sturdier at 147.
Yeah, you know, it's funny to say that because maybe he was killing himself, weakening himself a little bit to make 140. So even though he stepped up, he was feeling a little stronger. And don't forget, the smaller guy's a little faster. Maybe they were able to find his chin a little more often.
Well, what do they say, Teddy? Something's got to stick. That combination was something.
Well, you know what it was? The first couple punches were throwaway punches, set up the later punches.
Wow, what an impressive left hand by Manny Pacquiao. So swiftly able to turn defense into offense. Nice counterpunch.
And what you're noticing here is his opponent is starting to be a little wary of letting his jab go, because every time he jabs, he gets caught.
So the round comes to an end. Joe and Teddy here ringside, and we've been enjoying sitting ringside because, Teddy, I know you have some of your fine guests from the Dr. Theodore Atlas Charitable Foundation with us here tonight.
And they're having a great night, and it's great to have them here. The thing that I want to say is thank you to all the people that help us, help Manny. They trust us. They allow us to be the middleman to give out the resources where they're needed. Thank you for mentioning Joe, and thank you to all the people that help us do what we do.
And round number 3 is underway. That straight right unable to connect. Cotto's showing you a little defensive skill there, able to move away from that punch. Great movement to get away from those punches. Cotto's defense did a good job there, able to avoid that punch. A lot of things that Miguel Cotto does very well. One of them, he's a good body puncher.
Oh, yes, he is. And that fits in perfectly because he likes to go rounds. He's got a lot of endurance. He's patient. He will attack you in a real steady, patient sort of way. And that body work serves him.
They trade shots. He comes back with a right hand. Reaching the halfway mark of this round. Dismisses his opponent's headshot. You know, he did a very nice job of finishing up that. He put the third punch in there and landed the combination. Manny Pacquiao blocks that punch. Good counter punch. Miguel Cotto's Cox is not going to the body at all. He'd be so well served to do it, though, Teddy.
Yeah, but his opponent doesn't want him to. So, you know, he doesn't want to go against what his opponent doesn't want him to do. Because his opponent would love him to keep throwing to the head because, you know, he can see those coming. He can move and avoid them. Body shots, you know, your head moves, but your body doesn't.
10 seconds to go in this third round. Must be the punch of the day. Both guys bringing home uppercuts. As we come to the end of the round, Joe and Teddy with you ringside. Teddy, that's one of those rounds where I wonder what were the judges looking for, because it's tough to kind of draw a line between those two fighters.
Yeah, very close, but one of those rounds where you could steal it. You did a little bit more in those last 30, 20 seconds. Maybe that's the impression the judges are left with.
Gets rid of that. It was intended for his head. Pacquiao with a good block there. Comes right back at him with a left hand. When Cotto was still at 140 pounds and a world champion, he had a very interesting battle with New York's own Paulie Malignaggi. It was a fight in which Cotto dominated, but Malignaggi stayed in there tough.
Yeah, people were shocked that Malignaggi was able to go the rounds, was able to survive that long.
Halfway through this round here, Manny able to block that. And now we got a fight. He fires back a right hand of his own. He got hit right there, but he also gave one. Solid effort by Miguel Cotto. Back and forth they go, each man getting the best of it. Sizzling hand speed we saw moments ago. Heck of a combination, but pretty easy to get it off when you're that fast.
Yeah, it is. And what it causes, too, is besides us saying, ooh, that we see those quick hands and the judges, you know, marking it down, also it makes the opponent keep his hands in his pocket. He's afraid to move his hands because the other guy's so much faster.
End of the round here as we're ringside at our fight night venue. Of course, we're on the road with you every step of the way with a fine crew. We got to give credit to the crew there. Robbie and Rick back in the production truck doing a nice job, all cramped up in a tractor trailer.
Yeah, they do a great job. They allow us to go on the air and allow us to do the fun part while they're doing the grunt work. They're doing all the difficult things back there. Of course, Mike, Brian, all those guys, we appreciate you very much, and we're not taking you out to dinner tonight.
Throws a counter punch there. Cotto able to get away from that punch, able to block it there. Oh, good stuff there. 2 in a row by Manny Pacquiao. And coming upon the halfway mark of this 3-minute round. Dismisses his opponent's headshot. Well, we've talked many times about Pacquiao and his speed and his quick reflexes. Heck of a basketball player, too. It's his other favorite sport.
Well, my mentor, Customato, once told me that you give me a basketball player. I don't know mentally if he's the right guy, but physically, I can make him a fighter.
That is a big right hand after eating one himself. Well done that time, landing the counter punch. One to give one, he comes back with a right hand.
All right, listen, you need to create more counters, okay? Slip this punch.
Good action here tonight. Both guys bringing their best, and both guys meeting each other stride for stride, punch for punch. Tough fight to score here as we're back underway. Now, this is a very exciting fight. It's been evenly fought, but it just has the feel of a fight that's going to go the distance. It doesn't look like any one guy is going to take control over the other.
No, when somebody makes up their mind, I am not being knocked out, I am staying, they usually stay. These guys are here for the night.
Teddy, what would you recommend based on what we're seeing here tonight?
Well, 2 aspirin and then go, oh no, actually I would say a little counterpunching would be just what the doctor ordered.
That's a better prescription for him. How about a return to sender with the left hand? Nice strike after catching one by Manny Pacquiao. Good clean shot, returning fire. Well done by Manny Pacquiao. Pulls the trigger right away with the left hand after getting tagged himself. Great fight. I mean, just a great fight. Both guys giving their all back and forth.
It doesn't get much better.
Move your feet.
10 seconds remaining in this round. So they close out that round. Joe and Teddy with you ringside. Teddy, I know you watch very closely how these trainers go about their business. You were under the tutelage of one of the true legends of the game, the great Customato.
Yeah, I mean, I was fortunate. Quite honestly, those opportunities, situations probably don't exist anymore because we've lost a lot of those, you know, really great trainers and managers that boxing was their whole life. I spent 7 years with Customato, and I learned the nuts and bolts from a physical, technical point of view of what's important to give to a fighter, but the psychological part, to understand the pressures that a fighter is under, the fears that a fighter deals with. And if you don't understand that, all the other things don't mean anything, because you have to understand how a fighter is feeling to understand why he's behaving or not behaving a certain way.
Manny Pacquiao blocks that punch. Miguel Cotto's dealing with a cut around his eye, and it's in a bad spot. His vision could be impaired. Good-looking counterpunch. It is unbelievable how this fight is being fought. Both guys unwilling to stop. One guy goes at it, the other guy meets him punch for punch.
Well, you've heard it before. You've heard the term used, one day at a time to deal with something very difficult. Well, this is one round at a time. That is the only way these fighters, these warriors, could deal with this kind of pace.
Comes right back at him with a left hand. Able to show you his blocking ability. Cotto able to get away from that punch, able to block it there. Final 10 seconds. That's great stuff. He fires one right back after taking one. Gotta love the work by Manny Pacquiao. End of the round here, and as I glance around ringside and look at the judges, I'm wondering what they're writing down, because that was a tough round to score.
Yeah, it was, and you know, it's the kind of round where one guy would be really smart to take a page out of the book of Sugar Ray Leonard, Marvin Hagler, where Leonard stole rounds at the end, where he just clipped off 30 seconds, and that's exactly what the judges remembered.
Oh, he just misses with that headshot. Oh, and he returns fire with a left hand. Pacquiao with a good block there.
Keep moving around the ring.
Cotto able to get away from that punch, able to block it there. There it is! And he crashes home a body shot. Great counter punch. Was just off the mark. Manny Pacquiao started at 106 pounds and then rose up and won a super bantamweight belt, but it really wasn't until November of 2003 when he claimed the featherweight title and TKOing Marco Antonio Barrera that he became that big spotlight kind of star.
Yeah, that was his coming out party, so to speak. That's when the world found out just who and what Manny Pacquiao was.
What a great job. He gave one right back in return. Nice work by Manny Pacquiao. Keeps his hands up defensively, protecting the head. What a good war this has been. What a good, solid fight it's been. The kind of fight that tells me somebody wants to get rid of the other guy.
It almost looks like they made a deal where neither one could win by decision, where if they didn't win by knockout, it doesn't count.
As basic as can be, but it works. A jab followed by the straight. See, he's got his guard up really well that time, and it protects his head. He took a shot, but he gives one of his own. A left hand scores. Staying away from those headshots with his defense up top. Well done that time, landing the counter punch. Cotto's doing half of his opponent's job for him. He's a sitting target. This is like being in the gym for his opponent right now.
Yeah, he's just standing straight up, making himself much too available.
Able to counter that attack. Able to cover up that gut. He got hit right there, but he also gave one. Solid effort by Miguel Cotto. Able to get away from that headshot with the block. Taste of the sweet science. You see the skill he has in counterpunching.
And you know what he's doing is taking his opponent's jab away.
You need to move your head side to side, okay? I want to see that head move. Get the calm press.
And now they start round number 10. Good counterpunch. You always say punchers are born, Teddy, but what about a guy's ability to withstand big punches? What about a guy's chin?
You know, that's an interesting point. Part of it is physical, and you know what it is? It's the neck. That's the shock absorber, but most of it's mental. You have to want to take the punches. You have to will yourself through the punches. This guy has some will.
He missed with that headshot. And there he counters back against his opponent. Just missed scoring with that punch. Miguel Cotto's cheek is ripped open right there. You can see the cut. Able to defend and then go on the offensive. Undoubtedly, the most effective element of his entire arsenal tonight is his jab. He's so committed to fighting on the outside, and he's jabbing away beautifully.
Well, Customato used to tell me, Teddy, when you're in doubt, jab. Well, this fighter, when he's been in doubt, he's jab. When he's been sure of himself, he's jab. As you said, he's made a jab fest of this all night long.
Keep your head moving.
Lands the counter. Teddy, making predictions in boxing is often a dangerous task, but I'll make one right here that seems pretty obvious to me as we come to the end of that round here. This fight is going to be a brutal display as long as it lasts.
It's kind of like going and watching that home run contest. Nobody's trying to hit singles or doubles. You know they're all going for the fences.
Keeps his hands up defensively, protecting the head. Good looking counter punch. Parries that punch intended for the head. Oh, he took some damage, but he gave some back with the right hand. Nice block that time. It was intended to the head. Cotto showing some defense with the block. Nice strike after catching one by Manny Pacquiao. Didn't get it done going to the body there. How about that exchange? And yet another jab lands. action now in what has been a closely contested fight. One of those fights that somebody is still waiting to break through and be a difference maker in. A headshot blocked. Well, he's throwing it, but just missed. Isn't landing it. Teddy, I guess they wanted it. Look at this action going right out there, wasting no time.
No, these guys are impatient. They couldn't wait to get at each other.
Able to show you his blocking ability. Able to dismiss it. Pulls the trigger right away with the left hand after getting tagged himself. Good defense, just covering up down low. It's been 2 minutes of non-stop action. Now the final minute has arrived. Halfway through what is one of the best rounds you'll ever see. Just great action.
No, it's unbelievable. I mean, if you love roller coasters, you go to an amusement park. If you want to see left hooks, right hands, every direction, great chins, great endurance, great heart, you come to this fight. You stay right here.
Manny Pacquiao has got a cut, and it looks like it's below the eye on the cheek, but it's something that needs to be monitored. We come to the end of the round. A round that I'm having a tough time trying to think about who won. I can only imagine what the judges are thinking about. Teddy, if there's one thing you look for in a round like that and say, okay, I'm going to give it to this guy over this guy, what is it?
Well, the first thing is, if I'm a judge, I take a little notepad and I make a little mark down, blue or red corner, what he did early. Because sometimes a judge has a tendency to forget what was done early and only go with what went late.
Oh, and he returns fire with a left hand.
Come on, side to side.
Cotto able to get away from that punch, able to block it there. A well-placed, gutsy uppercut after being tagged. Nice strike after catching one by Miguel Cotto. Able to block that away. It was targeted for his head. No doubt about it, he's hurt. He could go down, but he's doing the right thing here, just getting the heck away.
He's staying away right now, but what he's going to have to do now is deal with his opponent when he starts coming close. He's going to have to find a way for offense. Keep him honest a little.
Miguel Cotto, a good block. How about a return to sender with the left hand? Oh, Manny Pacquiao stunned and staggered. Cotto, he goes down. Oh, he may be close here. Can he survive the round? Pacquiao knocked down, is rising to his feet to continue on.
He's a guy that always likes to go after you. We've talked about it before. He's TV friendly. Well, you're going to have to be able to take it if you're going to fight that way. Pacquiao getting a chance to show that right now.
Very nice defensive guard there. He returns the favor with a right hand of his own. Cotto able able to get away from that punch, able to block it there. Miguel Cotto, a good block. And you see he turned defense into offense, comes back with the counter punch.
And that's exactly what he brings to the game. He makes you miss, he makes you pay, and he makes you think twice about throwing a punch later on.
So he went down earlier, and yet he's still fighting with the same kind of style, the same kind of disposition he was fighting with before the knockdown. If I'm the opponent, maybe that's a sign to me that, hey, maybe I didn't hurt the guy that much.
Or maybe it's a sign that this son of a gun is just very predictable. He can't change. And maybe I'm going to have a party tonight because I'm going to keep catching him with the same thing until he takes it away from me.
That's a good point. This is why we love the sport, Teddy. I mean, this is just back and forth action nonstop.
Well, Joe, with special effects have happened in history, you remember where you are. Right now, I'm going to remember where I was during this fight. I'm watching a special epic right in front of me.
Glad to be here doing it, too. What a war this is. Now he's putting his punches together, the combination upstairs. Now this round comes to an end. Joe and Teddy with you ringside. This is one of those fights, Ted. It just feels like to me where it's going to be tough to really score. I mean, it's been a close fight.
Yeah, it's a hard fight to score because you have one guy maybe a little busier, but the other guy makes up for it because he's a little heavier with those blows. So it's a matter of maybe the taste of the judges, what they prefer.
Cotto's showing that he's got some defense of his own. He got away from that punch. He fires off the combination there and it lands. That's great stuff. He fires one right back after taking one. Gotta love the work by Manny Pacquiao. A headshot blocked. Had his target in mind, but just missed. Oh, that's good stuff. Firing right back with one of his own. Good work by Miguel Cotto. 60 seconds to go in what has been a toe-to-toe war. Oh, what a great round. Parries that punch away.
Yeah, hit it out, hit it out.
So swiftly able to turn defense into offense. Nice counter punch.
And what you're noticing here is his opponent is starting to be a little wary of letting his jab go because every time he jabs, he gets caught.
Holy cow! Manny Pacquiao stunned and he is hurt.
Work it out. See some punches here.
That was a highly competitive back-and-forth bout. Now, let's hear which way it went.
A split decision. Your winner, Manny Pacquiao.
Manny Pacquiao is your winner by a split decision, Teddy.
I'm not so sure that I was watching.